Is it? Probably.
Well, maybe we're live. I don't know.
Is it volume on?
Real great centimeters, but you are 5 centimeters. And what would that be? Is that what's in?
Well, looks like you're streaming.
You're 51. You going?
Yeah, we are live. I see you. There you go.
You see you?
Mr. Ease. No, people are writing. Don't cancel my order. We won't cancel your order.
Is it happening?
It is, yeah.
Finally?
See, yeah, look, you are live. Chris, you're looking great. Thanks, Ian.
Monkey.
Can you hear me, Ian? Does this thing work that way? It's happening.
It's
Make
happening.
a junior. There you go.
Junior.
Cool.
All
Sit
right.
down. Sit down so your head looks as big as mine.
Oh, that
There we
can't
go.
ever
There we go.
happen. So what'd you do?
I don't know.
I
Mrs.
did it.
Toast did it.
What'd you do?
I read the instructions and I followed them.
You instructed.
Mm-hmm.
She pushed buttons till it worked. I sorry,
Buttons aren't toys.
Someone hears us too.
Yeah, they said they can hear
Hey,
you.
Jim
Yeah.
Murray. Wow. Okay. So, hey, everybody. It's Matt from Texas Toast. That's your line.
This is Chris from Texas Toast.
is Chris from Texas Toast.
Yeah.
So, thanks for joining us for our very first ever. We're not even in the right thing. We got our shirts on and everything. Ugh.
All right.
So, are you there, John? What's so funny? So funny, fucker.
That picture right there, Chris.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. So, to everyone who's joining us and who's still with us 22 minutes after we thought we were gonna, which is actually an hour and 22 minutes after we thought we were going to, thank you for staying with us. And let's see. So, someone's gonna have to read these questions, Chris.
All right. So,
And let's answer some questions. So I'm going to start talking and you start reading.
okay.
So the whole purpose of the live thingy is that we talk what?
Nothing.
The whole purpose of the live streaming is that we're going to tell you guys a little bit about what's going to happen in 2019 with YouTube videos and what we are expecting to see at the NAMM show and what you guys would like to see at the NAMM show. We can talk a little bit about Patreon. We can talk about all that stuff. Or whatever you guys want to talk about. If you want to talk about any of that shit, we don't have to talk about any of it.
Yeah.
What do you think people want to talk about based on the comments that you're reading so far?
So far everything's just I hear
Hey,
you.
dude.
Hey, yeah.
Okay, cool.
One is I like 6130 frets. What do you guys mostly use?
69, dude. We use a lot of different kinds of frets, but what we use primarily is StuMac number 149. But I was actually talking, you know how I say I'm not a shill for StuMac? I was actually talking to Eric from StuMac the other day, and he's going to send me out some of their cryo wire to test out. And he's also going to send out some other tools. So that's kind of a big new halfway exciting thing is that, like I always say, I'm not going to be a shill for StuMac. And then I always say I would absolutely be a shill for StuMac in a second. Well, StuMac's going to send me out some tools to review and some fret wire to review. And that should be a pretty fun little experiment. So that's something new coming up for 2019. Another thing that we're going to try to do at least once a month is these live chats. So one of the things that we have done in the past is Q&As, and we aid quite a few Qs, but the hard part was getting all the Qs in time. So we had to, I don't know, it was kind of long, but we could deep dive into some questions. But I think you guys might dig it if we did more of these live Q&A things. So that's something that's coming up, like I said, at least once a month on the YouTube page. And so if you guys want to get in on that action, you absolutely can. Chris is just going to do a crossword puzzle.
I am, yeah. I'm going to try and write down things people are asking for as we go. 'Cause it's like a sea of comments. Brrr. Yeah.
What are in the comments there? I want to talk about love, Mr. E. Man, talk about the awesome Malmsteen Fender. Oh, we could talk about the awesome.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we're going to also be doing is Matt and Chris respond to salty comments with salty answers because we got a buttload of salty comments from people about the Wingwe refinish. And no, it is not actually for Yngwie Malmsteen, but it sure did turn out cool. So let's see. The other thing, what's that?
Ian wants to know, can you tell us about your time at Roberto Van?
Yeah, what do you want to know? I was at Roberto Van in the 80s. How many shots per weenie roller reference? One shot for every weenie roller reference.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to the 2019 weenie roller. We actually weenie rolled today.
It's our new weenie roller tape dispenser combo.
That's right. It'll be available at StuMac.
StuMac, yeah, very, very soon.
Very soon. So one of the things that we are doing very, very quickly here is we're going to the Winter NAMM show. Then we're going to go shoot raffles with Jim Fuller after that. But we're going to be going to the Winter NAMM show and really like to know what you guys want to see, what kind of videos from NAMM you guys want to see. We're not going to have a booth. We're just going to go and cover it. By the way, that guy at the NAMM boutique guitar thing, Jamie, he was kind of a schlub too. Well, he treated us like we were a couple of schlubs. Not that we're not a couple of schlubs, but can't you at least like pretend?
Yes.
Kiss our butts a little bit?
Yeah. Here's a good question you'll like. Working on putting a Floyd on a newly built body, how much neck heel angle do you guys use for a flush mount Floyd?
Flush mount Floyd. So recessed or probably almost 2 degrees.
I think flush mount?
Well, that would be for not a recessed. So it'd be flush.
Right. I think at that point it would be all about neck pocket depth.
Yeah, I guess
you're,
it really.
And if you're putting on what's he say? Is it
you want about a half inch, from the top of the guitar to the bottom of the string. So take a tape measure or a ruler or something that has increments of measure, and you want about a half inch, or if you're into metric, a centimeter, or well, whatever, do the conversion. Math goes here.
12.5 millimeters.
Okay, so about a centimeter. So you want to have about an inch from the top of the guitar of relief, of neck angle, so that you can have enough room. Now you can kind of cheat that a little bit. If you have a regular Fender body, you're probably just fine to go with a regular Fender neck and regular Fender body. You probably don't need to monkey around with it too much. Yeah. But you can make the neck pocket a little slimmer or a little deeper, and you can recess the Floyd, which is a classy touch. And we do on all of ours, even if we don't recess it too much. So, okay. So like this V, for example, it doesn't have very much relief, but I just think it looks cool. It's only got like about 1/8 of an inch of relief, which is hardly enough to actually do anything. This is all for show and not for go, but it looks badass. So we did it. And look, it's got a little lightning bolt inlay.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt. Hey, Ian, I knew a guy named Lightning McDuff when I was at Roberto Van. How about that for a reference?
Somebody wants to know if we use hide glue.
Nope. No, we don't.
Type Bond 1, baby.
Type Bond 1. We're all about the original. Hide glue, I have used hide glue in the past. Hide glue is really cool if you're planning on taking it apart. If you're planning on having it stay together, then hide glue is it's not for me.
Here's a good question. How are you liking the roasted neck on the Guitar Wood Experts build? And are you guys still good with using Rich Light? So it's a two-parter.
Two-part question. I love the way the roasted bird's eye maple neck that we got from Dan looks. It looks badass. But I want to come back to the GWE guitar here in a little bit.
Okay.
The roasted neck looks great, and it's that like Ernie Ball level of cool looking necks. I don't know what it's gonna. Hold on. I don't know if you're asking like what it's going to do sonically. I don't know if it actually is going to make a difference or not, but it sure looks cool.
Yeah.
It's not the most fun wood to work with. And if you're using cutting tools, I would say use a cutting tool until you get to about maybe less, just under a 1/16 of an inch, and then start to use abrasive. So because they think that stuff chips like a mother bear. So anywhere where there's one of those little eyes, that's going to be a chippy area. So you can use sanders and you can use stuff like that. But yeah, unless you got like crazy sharp bits, and even if you do, it just chips like a mother. So I love it and I hate it at the same time. Does that even make sense?
Yeah. He also wants to know stability wise.
Oh, it's certainly as
So
dry
far,
as it's ever going
yeah.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Richlite, I love the idea of Richlite, but Richlite is another one of those things that is really hard on the tools. It's all glue, I guess. So I wanted to use it and I don't. So Richlite has two issues that go along with it. One is it's very, very hard on tools. So my beloved pin router will cut it, but don't fuck around with the thing. My beloved pin router will cut it. I know Mrs. Texas Toast tells you to do all kinds of shit.
Not to do it.
So my beloved pin router will cut Richlite and it will dull my spiral cut bits like crazy. And that's probably a combination of, that it's really hard and it's really glue. It's sort of like Bakelite. Brain Surgery Kevin talks about how Bakelite is really hard on equipment. And it probably has something to do. My beloved pin router is a single speed tool, so you can't slow it down. But the other thing about Richlite is you have to buy a 4x8 sheet of it if you buy it from Richlite. And then you have to have a 4x8 sheet of it shipped to you. And it's actually less expensive to buy 2 sheets and have it shipped than it is to buy 1 sheet and have it shipped. So there was all kinds of, when we went to NAMM that time and talked to the Richlite guy, there was all kinds of talk about, let's buy a bunch of sheets of Richlite and let's sell it as fretboards to people. And then we got some of it and we loved it. And we started doing the math and it was like the Richlite math did not add up. So I love Richlite. I think it's a really neat alternative to ebony. And by the way, I wish people would use it or would like it more than ebony because ebony is getting harder and harder to get. But yeah, if you dig Richlite, then yeah, go for it, man. I want to like it more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just hard on the equipment. So let's talk a little bit about the GWE guitar.
Okay.
This weekend we were going to put the burst on it, and we ended up having to do another round of sealer. Then we had to blob in some little bits of sealer because it wasn't quite ready. So we don't have a video this week for the Guitar Wood Experts guitar. I suppose I could go out to the booth and show you what it is. I could do that.
It looks exactly as it did last week.
It looks exactly like it did last
camera.
week.
Which displeases me.
It displeases my old lady.
Yeah, we got yelled at a lot this week.
We did. But I do have 2 videos coming out for this week, and one of them is working on Alan's Fernandez neck, and the other one is John bleeding all over the joiner. That was pretty. And that's not what you think. John did not run his hand through the joiner, but the new blade setup that we have on it was crazy sharp, even in the box, and so it nicked you pretty good once or twice, didn't it, John?
No
So yeah. And I'm not talking about my experience at Roberto Van and joiners and safety.
One question is, what are your thoughts on active pickups? Do you all ever use them in any builds?
Yeah, I love like EMGs. I think they're awesome.
Mhm.
I think they're great.
We'll put anything you want in.
We will put anything you want, but
Yeah.
like my own personal Strat has EMGs.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're really cool. So you want to know why my own personal Strat has EMGs? Because my friend Mike Learn in Texas had it was
Mike Learn?
no, not Mike Learn, Mike Reed.
I was going to say, when did he
We should
move
get.
to Texas?
When did Mike Learn move to Texas? I'm old. I'm almost 50. Mike Reed had a seafoam green Strat with a tortoiseshell pickguard and loaded with EMGs, and so I had to have one, and so I built one, and I'm drinking more beer now.
I was going to get you a Mexican Mountain Dew.
Ooh, I would love to have. Can I have this one too? It's back assward.
Did you get the ones in the top part?
So yeah, I love EMGs and I love active electronics too. If you have a bass, now having said that, that doesn't mean I don't like passive pickups. Please do not take that as an indictment on passive pickups because I use those more than anything else. And my personal bass that I play in Hawk Attack has a Centel pickup, and that thing is a fucking monster. And it is, I don't even know what the output on it is, but I can tell you that if you get the strings too close to the pickup, it will suck them right down. It is so badass. We had to we had to route the pickup cavity deeper because Jerry wound me a crazy hot bass pickup.
Yep.
And if you want a crazy hot bass pickup and you don't want to have a battery, Jerry Centel is the man. If you're still watching, Jerry, that'll be $25. Bye-bye.
I don't know if he is. He hasn't asked any questions.
No, I know he said it was must-see TV.
Eric Minglet says, piss water beer, Matt. And then
What, Mexican Mountain
Terry's
Dew?
G says Colorado Coors with a smiley face.
You know, anywhere where there's freedom, there's Coors.
Yeah.
Anywhere where there's no Coors, there's a shortage of
Yeah,
liberty.
Yeah. And what kind of beer did they bootleg in Smokey and the Bandit?
Durr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Coors. Why?
Because it's cool.
Good. Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln
'Cause-
drank Coors.
Because Lone
Abraham
Wolf
Lincoln
McQuaid.
did drink
No, wait,
Coors.
that was a different guy.
So did Hooper in the movie Hooper.
Really?
No, it was all Coors. It was all throwback to Smokey and the Bandit. So
To
yeah, it
S
was
and the B.
Coors and Firebirds.
You know, we
Yeah.
drink lots of different kinds of beer,
We
but we drink a lot more Coors Light. You know why? Because we use power tools.
And it became a thing.
Yeah.
For no reason. It's not because you
Mhm.
necessarily wanted to drink Coors Light. It was just sort of started happening, and then
Yep.
It's not
here
like
we
they
are.
Sponsor you even though they should.
Oh, they should sponsor me, but they
Sponsor
don't.
us. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Get you some Guinness. I
ooh,
like Guinness.
I do
Yeah,
like Guinness.
yeah.
You know, when Jim Fuller came here, he brought Guinness.
He did.
and
we drank
we
it.
all wore a bunch of it because he opened it. He opened it on the back of that Daily Driver, and it got every
was-
which way.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has the lowest alcohol content.
Yeah.
Oh, does it? I love it.
It's yeah.
I've gotten so drunk on that with Nacho in the past that I had a dream that Nacho died last night.
That's not cool.
It's totally not cool.
Mm-mm.
And we're gonna go on. Never mind. Nacho, if you're watching,
Hope you're okay.
hope you're okay.
Heineken, Stout, Tennant's Lager, Bavarian. So we had all these, beer brought everybody together in some way on
And
this.
tears everyone apart.
Well, yeah, but everybody's mentioning their favorite, but so far nobody's really called anybody a bad name
Oh, okay.
over their beer other than piss water, which
That's not. Yeah, it really is.
You
Yeah.
could drink it.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can drink your own pea
Yeah.
water. Wait, no, old Milwaukee. Do you guys make a full living? Oh, Christopher Nelson. No, we do not make a full living from Texas Toast. We don't even make a half living from Texas Toast. Let's talk a little bit about that. Texas Toast is something that we do only 3 days a week. Now, it's something that I do at least 40 hours a week, but it's something that we only do. We only work in the shop. Well, that's not true either.
No.
We only work full days in the shop, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those other days, I have to go to a day job. And if you guys would buy more guitars, we would know. So there's lots of different ways to make money building guitars. We don't do any repair right now, and that is something that we've talked about doing more of. We can do it. We just don't like to do it. Patreon is another thing that is something that is very, very helpful. And everybody who's a Patreon supporter, you guys really kick ass. Now, we don't make enough money to quit day jobs due to Patreon. But, if things keep going, if these trends continue, maybe one day.
Mhm.
So making guitars is still something that takes quite a bit of time and is, I wish we could do it full time. I really do. But we just can't. To keep Mrs. Texas Toast in the lifestyle that she's accustomed to, I have to work a day job, and that is at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration in Boulder, Colorado. But there's everything since we started the guitar company is moving into a direction that is maybe potentially could be something that's a full-time gig one day. It just takes, I don't know. It takes people like y'all telling everybody else that we are here and we are making videos and
Guitars.
and guitars too. So if you know anybody who has a mega popular YouTube channel that wants to review one of our guitars. We should probably do one of those NAMM shows. But NAMM is fucking expensive. It's like $3,000 to have the rinky dinkiest shitty booth at NAMM.
Like a card table.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what it comes with. Yeah.
It doesn't even come with that.
Taped
Yeah.
outline.
And you got to pay a union guy to move all your shit there.
to open up the legs on the card
Mhm.
table. Yeah. Oh, $200
Yeah.
bucks.
I think maybe Summer NAMM might not be the worst thing to
Mhm.
do, but yeah.
Yeah.
Flip side is in conjunction with Ike Coors. I can't. Lemo. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm not a weatherman. I keep computer rooms cold. But I work in a 500,000 square foot facility filled with the ugliest weathermen you've ever seen. Too ugly to be on TV, I guess is why they're. No, so it's the National Weather Service and Space Weather and NGDC and AD. It's a bunch of dumb shit. Anyway, bunch of dumb shit.
Your tax dollars.
Your tax dollars at work. Actually, I do have to go in too, even though the government shut down, because I'm considered essential personnel.
It's a good place to be.
Yeah. You know how they can tell you? So people would be like, well, how do I know if I'm essential personnel? And my response was always, do you know where the MREs are? And it'd be some hippie kid who's like on his bike and he's like, what are MREs? I'm like, you're not essential personnel. You can just pedal your ass home. So, do you have a booger?
No.
Oh, I thought you were like,
I had an edge.
Mm-hmm.
what else we got, Chris?
Terry's GG&G says, Matt, if you couldn't read what I said, you've had too much bud.
Haha. I don't even smoke bud.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it.
I am not good at
Yeah.
it either.
I'll
Yeah.
pick up the slack for both.
Okay. Can everybody hear Mrs. Texas Toast in the background? That's a question, and you guys can get back to me on that in a little while. And
No, as in bud equals buddy. You've had too much bud.
too
buddy.
much, but
so maybe
okay.
beer.
No, I've only had
Yeah.
one in however much is in this beer,
Mhm.
or however much is gone from this beer.
Yeah.
I can't read what you're saying, Terry, because I can't see. I don't know my there we go. Oh, Eric loved MREs. Saudi chicken a la king. John, what was your favorite MRE? Did you have like a custom
Ooh.
thing that you made?
Not chicken a la king.
Not chicken a la king.
No.
All I know is that if you got the cherry or maple nut cake, you were styling.
Cheese and crackers isn't bad.
Cheese. Yeah.
So everybody says, yeah, they can hear. Very clearly.
Oh, everybody can hear
Ooh,
Mrs. Texas Toast.
somebody wants to know, do you have a favorite wood for bodies? Do you have a favorite wood to use for bodies?
Yes, mahogany is my favorite wood to use for everything.
For everything. And why is that?
Mahogany. Why can't all other woods be like you? Mahogany is cool because it's a very accepted material to
Mhm.
build guitars with. One, it's very homogeneous. Two, and it works like a dream. Now, I don't really spray any finish. Chris does. So if you were to ask him, what is your favorite wood? It might be very different. But I tell you what, the beloved pin router, the old man machine, the deadhead sander, all that stuff plows through mahogany like shit through a cane brake. And when you switch to maple, it's a whole nother kettle of fish. Now, White Limba, aka Carina, is surprisingly easy to work too. In fact, it's a little easier to work than mahogany. So I would think that mahogany and White Limba, although White Limba is tricky to find, although I do have a stash of White Limba if anyone is looking for a guitar made with it. And you could say, well, hey, basswood is easy to work with, but not everybody thinks basswood is as cool as mahogany. So we don't use a lot of basswood unless somebody just wants it. For paint grade stuff, we use poplar. Again, unless somebody says I gotta have basswood.
Yeah. Somebody says mahogany sucks the finish up. Yes, it sucks the finish up.
Yeah.
And you can grain fill it and do stuff like that, and that helps a little bit, but it still takes more than maple and more than some of the less porous woods.
We sprayed some Carina and mahogany today, and on the face it's pretty good. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
On the edge is where it just
On the end
straw.
grained. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We don't know a whole lot about wood to Canada, you could try our friends at Guitar Wood Experts. I don't know if they ship to Canada or not.
They ship all over.
Sure, there you
It's
go.
easier to ship wood to Canada than from Canada.
Yep.
Okay. How does alder work compared to mahogany, and how does it finish?
Alder's a really cool wood, except for it checks on the end.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really easy. And so what I mean by that is it cracks. Now, if you are looking for alder and you are live somewhere, we have 3 one-piece alder blanks that I have never seen before. Like, not like this. Grab one. We picked up this alder, and I'm like, wow, we should just buy that just because. And Brain Surgery Kevin bought a hunk of it, and another one of our buddies bought a hunk of it, Davey. But this stuff is one-piece mahogany, no, one-piece alder, and I've never, ever, ever seen it in their big blank. So if anybody wants a one-piece,
put a P bass on here.
you can put a Jazz
Listen.
Master on it.
Listen.
So yeah, we cut the blanks oversized. We do have one that's only big enough for a Telecaster or daily driver if you're so inclined. But yeah, alder's a really cool wood, but it can check on the end. That's why you don't see a lot of natural. How about this? Let me back up. That's why you see a lot of sunburst alder strats, because they hide that body checking on the edge. We got a warm-off guitar in for fabric top refinish, and it's checked all the hell because it's alder body.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's fine. It doesn't hurt the integrity of the lumber. It's just a thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. Then somebody says ash versus swamp ash.
Okay, that's a huge thing. A regular northern hard ash versus swamp ash looks very similar.
Northern hard ash.
Hey, hard ash looks very similar, but you can tell the difference. But where you really notice it is in the weight.
Yeah.
I would say, like, look, so the Guitar Wood Experts guitar is a big guitar. It's a Firebird size, and with the neck set in it weighs 4.5 pounds. It's gonna weigh basically nothing. It's like Billy Gibbons weight guitar.
Did you weight relieve that at all?
No, we didn't weight relieve it at all. If we were to make that out of hard ash or baseball bat ash, I bet you that would weigh 12 or 13 pounds with no hardware.
Mm-hmm.
It is now, not every piece of hard ash is that heavy, and not every piece of swamp ash is that light. But that's the big difference between northern hard ash and swamp ash. So if you guys want swamp ash, give Dan a call because he's got it and it looks great. I think he's having a little bit of a deal on it right now too. I'm not sure. Give Dan a buzz. Let him know.
Somebody asks, hey guys, did you ever do the showcase of everyday guitars?
EDGs. That's a video I keep wanting to make because everybody sent me a lot of really cool guitars. They sent me their pictures of their stuff, and I met a lot of really cool people. I just haven't done it yet, and I think I don't know if anybody. Clearly, somebody wants to see it. Maybe we should go ahead and make that video.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
That's
really
what's
fun.
your EDG?
It always changes.
My EDC changed. No, it didn't. I still carry the Glock 43 and 26 every day.
Me too.
Speaking of things you forgot about,
Yeah.
what about your goals for 2018?
Oh yeah. So there's a video of my goals for 2018 that I forgot even making, and I should probably go back and watch it and see how many goals we met.
Oh,
One of the goals was to increase YouTube subscribers, and that totally exploded. You guys kicked ass. So we went from 2 years ago at the NAMM show, we had less than 100 subscribers. That Thanksgiving, so 10, 11 months later, we had 1,000 subscribers. As of now, we have over 7,000. So in a year plus a little bit, we got 6,000 subs, and that's really cool. So thank you, everybody, for subscribing and watching and sharing. And for people who are on Patreon and all that stuff, you guys really are making a huge difference. It's remarkable. Every single one of the orders from someone who I don't know, local dudes, they don't watch YouTube and go, hey, Matt, I watch your YouTube videos. They do that, but they already know me. But everybody who I don't know is a direct marketing from YouTube. Is that even right? Direct marketing? That's not right. What am I trying to say? Everybody who has contacted me has not been from my ad in Vintage Guitar Magazine that I didn't take out. It wasn't because of Facebook. It wasn't because of the website. It was because of YouTube. So that's another thing that we're going to upgrade a lot this year is the website. We're going to try and get the website up to speed. Because if this live broadcast is any indication of the technological ability that we have, it should be pretty obvious that the website is probably at least a decade.
I was looking for the record and play button on the.
I want to. So Mrs. Texas Toast.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
Are we
she
set up
fixed
for
it.
the next time we want to do this? Maybe we should do a live thing from NAMM.
Yes, I know the secret.
Oh, you know the secret?
Read the instructions.
We're
and
getting lots
follow
of good
them.
comments. Somebody asks, and this will be really good today. What are your guys' thoughts about neck through versus set neck versus bolt on?
Gosh, I love them all. I like neck through the least. Not because.
Why is that, man?
Well, because it's harder. And I don't see the real payoff. The only advantage to neck through, in my mind's eye, is you can get a crazy clean transition, heel to body transition.
Yeah, and once again, I think it kind of comes down to what kind of bridge are you going to use, and like all the problems that we ran into today on our new neck through project.
So one of the
were
things that
based on,
yeah,
well, the bridge has got to be,
you've got to have this much neck rake.
But if we were doing a flat, sunken Floyd Rose guitar,
or the Rickenbacker
way
basses
easier.
that we made several years ago, we did some counterfeit Ricks for some people, and so the neck through guitar that we're building right now is a Prince Cloud guitar, and so I'm going to have videos on that coming up. And the it's not like that it's difficult. It's that we're all jigged up to do set necks. So everything is based on a set neck dimension. And as soon as you add, is Rachel watching right now, John? Oh, Rachel. John says that you say hi, and he told me that a second ago, and I'm like, yeah, cool. And then I didn't know I was supposed to do that. So yeah. Hey, and by the way, John didn't eat any food today, and he didn't bring any food today either. And we were hungry. So let's go neck through. Sorry, I'm all over the fucking place. We're all jigged up to do set necks and bolt on, and we're not jigged up to do neck through. But I have a feeling that we're going to sell so many of those Prince Cloud guitars. We should jig up to me.
So
let's
what
go
about,
crazy.
What about set neck versus bolt on?
Oh, one of my favorite things to do is actually build the guitar as though it were going to be a set neck and then bolt it in. So it's a true bolt in, not screwed together neck. Does that make sense? So, like Fender is like just screws, but we use actual metal threaded inserts in our neck. We don't have any that are out right now that are true. No, I don't want to look at that thing. But yeah, so I love them all. I mean, I don't think I've ever met a guitar that I didn't like except for those dumb Yamahas that you. Come on.
I didn't hear the question. I've been reading other people's questions.
Oh, okay.
Don't make fun of my precious
Don't
Yamahas.
make fun of my Yamaha.
Yeah.
I like them all, and they're all good, and they all work really great depending on what you want to do. So, if you want to have it, okay, this all boils down to people think that set neck guitars are there's something intangibly cool about a set neck guitar, and they're like, oh, is it set neck? Are you making set necks? Yeah, I'm making set necks. But bolt-ons are cool too. And if you have, you need to adjust the angle of the neck, you can do that real easy with a bolt-on. If you need to adjust the fore and aft to make your strings go properly, you can do that easily with a bolt neck. If you have a real sloppy neck pocket, I would bolt it in. I would not try to glue that in. So yeah, you got to have a halfway tight joint to do set necks. But I see guys who do this all the time. They're like, they have these crazy wicked tight neck joints. And I'm like, as soon as you put glue in there, you're not going to be able to mash it in. You're going to have to clamp the holy living shit out of it. Anyway, I hope that answers your question.
And then some.
And then some.
Let's see. Have you ever considered building a resonator?
No.
Okay.
That'd be cool. I like resonators. I think they're neat.
Yeah. About your radiusing jig, is it possible to do a compound radius with it? Can I answer this?
Yeah.
Yes, it's possible. Do we do it? No, we don't do it.
One of the live streams should be nothing but compound radius.
It'd be like
talk about
one guy at the end, like, It's the worst thing I ever watched. I can't believe I gave up an hour of my life for this.
No, compound radius is something that we could just do we could talk about it and talk about it. And I want to do it right. And so that's why we don't have a lot of flip comments about compound radius and why we don't do it.
Here's one. This is using dark myrtle burl wood for my body. First build, looking good so far.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are you filling the burl voids with? Burl is so cool. I
just wanted
love
to say myrtle wood too.
I love the way burl looks. It's so neat.
Yeah, that's a cool.
There was a
That's a
guitar
cool
company
project.
called Moonstone Guitars in the 70s, and I think everything was burl.
Uh-huh.
And John Reuter was telling me about that when I was at Roberto Ben, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
And but he was a total hippie. He probably still is.
Mm-hmm. Would you consider hollow body or semi-hollow body guitars?
Like Matt's big fat one?
Yeah.
Yes. There's a project. I'm gonna get it.
I'll entertain while you're there.
Da, 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 da.
Jazz hands. It's a miracle.
So here is a semi-hollow body. Whoa, that we're working on. And this is actually going to be all acoustic. But
Listen.
it is. So it's actually a fan braced body. This is a one-piece back. In fact, it's not even glued up. It's a one-piece mahogany back that I hogged out everything in here. And here's the neck. We should have shaped this neck this weekend. It has a Gibson style mortise and tenon. I can't see it. It's Terry's fault. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it will look a little like this. This was supposed to be fretless, but I decided to make it fretted. And it's going to have an acoustic bridge, and it's just going to be for fun.
It's just for fun.
It's for fun.
Yep.
Matt's big fat one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I love semi-hollow bodies.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do ship worldwide if the guitar meets all the requirements as far as the sites or cities or whatever, however you say that.
Yep.
In
In fact, we shipped Beetle Kill Pine to Germany.
There you go. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And it might have still had some beetles in it. If Germany's pine forests come apart, it's not our fault. Mm-hmm.
There's the acoustic coming. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know that dude.
Yep.
Dyed epoxy in the burl. That's cool. Rodney, that is awesome, man. I love the way burl looks. It's totally cool. Kind of Taylor T5 style. Actually, we were at the Godin booth, and I kind of got the idea for that guitar from them. And what we did was we embiggened our Challenger shape, that shape there. We embiggened it and made it a semi-hollow with a spruce top and mahogany back and binding. Wow, you're having to go back pretty far there.
Well, we're getting called out by a guy that says we're not answering his questions, and I can't remember seeing any of his questions.
We will.
So
we're new to this whole live chat.
It's not because we. Well, yeah. So. Oh, so I have a guitar. Okay, here. So I'll just read it. Hi guys. So I have a guitar I've built that I need help with. Can I pay you and your guys to straighten out the pickup cavities and bind just a headstock?
Possibly. Is the fretboard attached? Send me an email.
He says he sent you emails and you haven't answered. So be on the lookout for an email from Joe Henderson.
Could you send me another email, please?
Yeah.
I get. Remember how I was saying that I spend at least 40 hours a week doing this? At least 20 hours of that is answering emails. And so if there's any, if I miss you, I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff going on there.
Emails you send it to?
Yeah, you send it to texastoastmatt@gmail.com. I'm sure he is. So I apologize if I haven't answered. It is very likely that we can. Send me some information. Maybe even some pictures would be good because those tell 1,000 words. It is very likely that we can do that, depending on how far along you are in the build process. You just want the headstock bound. Yeah, we could probably do that.
Maybe.
If the fretboard's glued on, though, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Hopefully the fretboard's not glued on, because that would mean I'd have to pull it, or we'd have to paint on binding. I don't know.
Let's wait and see.
Yeah.
Didn't
Sorry
mean
if I
to
haven't-
avoid you, Joe.
Sorry, Joe. Someone said there's a dumb question. I love dumb.
Where did you grow up in Texas? You look like somebody I played football against.
Oh, well. How about this? No matter where I grew up in Texas, you did not play football against me because I am the least athletic person you've ever met. But I grew up in I went to school in Amarillo, Texas. But I was actually born in Rock Island, Illinois, because I like to rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds right. Yep.
Or you maybe talking about you?
Where? No, not me. No, I didn't grow up in Texas.
Oh.
Where can you buy the sealer you use for fabric tops?
From Simtech, directly from Simtech. That's where we get it. And they are totally cool people. If you call Simtech and say, I want the 1050 Easy sanding sealer, just like the guys at Texas Toast use, they will know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And they will be happy to walk you through it. They will sell you a pint or 5 gallons.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And anything in between.
Mm-hmm. And their shipping's expensive. So if you buy,
And the more you buy, the
more
better
you buy,
you do. Yeah.
better
buy the
off you
gallon,
are.
not the-
Yeah. If you buy a quart, it's as much, I think, to ship it as it is for the product. If you buy a gallon, it's a little bit better deal. We're looking into possibly being able to offer pints of it.
Wouldn't that be something we could sell Simtech seal? We could be a jobber for Simtech.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The problem with that, and I love the idea of buying 5 gallons and just sending it to y'all if you want to buy it in small quantities, is shipping. I don't think the post office would let us ship.
I think they would. We just have to fill out the right hazmat stuff.
Cheat and say nothing in here.
Just throw it in a priority box.
I don't know what's in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. What is sanding sealer made out of?
Polyester resin.
Mm-hmm.
Sanding sealer, lacquer sanding sealer, though, is made out of lacquer and soap. That's why it sands so easily.
Anyone
It's got
else
borax
waiting
in it.
for a weenie roller comment?
Weenie roll. Are you guys ready to do shots? Shot time. Hey, we have tin cup whiskey that John brought over. We could all do shots.
No, we could. I'm not gonna. Yep.
Weenie roll. How is it that the weenie roller thing? We should have weenie roller operators.
Because
union.
nobody calls it a weenie roller, and everybody thinks it's a funny name.
I think it's
So,
a great name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Union shirts. Brotherhood of Weenie Roller.
Brother,
Operators.
International Brotherhood of Weenie Roller Operators Union, Local 69.
69, dude.
How many of y'all would buy those shirts if I had a bunch of them made? They're throwing it out there.
Yeah. What are your feelings on True Oil?
I love it. It's great, especially on gun stocks, which is what it was designed for. But it's a great, easy to apply, easy to do finish. And I think if you have a warm-off neck, that counts as an acceptable finish that they will extend the warranty on.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Now, if you ask like, well, can I put a decal on there in True? I have no idea. It gets shiny real fast. I like the idea of True Oil. When I use oil, though, I don't use it. I use Sam Malouf. This guy has furniture he made in the White House. It shows you how long it's been since I've used this shit. So yeah, any of those oils are awesome. If it was up to me and Chris wasn't here, I would probably oil finish everything.
So any predictions for NAMM?
You're gonna kick Zach Wild in the nuts this year. This is gonna be the year.
This is going to be the year?
This is gonna be the year.
Yeah.
You say that every year.
Yeah. Now he's not gonna be drunk. So just
Zach's not?
no.
Okay.
No, I
that's
guess
what
he's
meant.
stone cold sober now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So it'll hurt more.
it's gonna hurt more, but he's gonna be like ready to
He's
retaliate.
He's like a giant in comparison to me.
Even if he's exactly as tall as you,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
he's
he's
like
not.
all
Yeah,
sinew and hair and teeth
Mm-hmm.
and guitar.
He's like a Yeti.
Yeah,
He's like a
he really
Yeti.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the meet and greet scheduled for the NAMM show and
Sure.
scheduled for Fabulous Las Vegas a
Mhm.
few days after NAMM. So if anybody is in the area at NAMM, we are going to schedule a meet and greet. If you guys want to hang out and drink beers with us at at the Radisson,
Yeah.
just down from the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do another one that's Sunday in Las Vegas. at Evil Pie, right? Evil
Mhm.
Pizza. Is it
Mhm.
Evil Pie or
I
Evil
think it's
Pizza?
Evil Pie.
So it's the Evil Knievel themed pizza restaurant. We're going to spend a couple days in Vegas hanging out with Jim Fuller from Rifle Dynamics. And we're going to shoot full auto AKs. And we're going to eat Evil Knievel pizza. And we're going to go get face dances.
No.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
It's Las Vegas. It's
I
not
don't
like
need that
Glendale
kind
Ballet.
of harassment in my life.
You don't need a face dance.
No.
All right. Well, we're not going to get face dances, but we are going to have a meet and greet at Evil Pie. And I wanted to have our meet and greet at Turk's in Huntington Beach, but Chris said no.
No, we can have one there too.
We're just going to be there drinking. So, yeah.
Yeah.
How far is that from our hotel?
I think it's 15 miles,
Oh,
something like that.
That's
So
nothing.
2.5 hours in California time.
So if anybody lives in California in the near Anaheim, come hang out with us. And if anyone lives in Vegas, come hang out with us. And we'll have more coming up on that stuff. So stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to have any guitars. We're just going to hang around and drink beer and fart around.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're in Vegas, though. We're not going to get face dances.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
This dude.
All right, Anthony Robinson. I bought a guitar from Rebel Guitars. It was a Palier Telly and was shown at NAMM 2017.
Cool.
The neck pickup is attached to the pickguard with no wood behind it. Any recommendations? I'd say enjoy the guitar.
Well, yeah.
I don't really understand the question.
For what? Oh, it's probably mounted directly to like it's mounted to the pickguard instead of to the body or something.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if you
rock
want
out,
it,
man.
if you want it to attach like a traditional telly to the body, then
You need to add some wood.
yeah,
into
you need
them.
to add. Yeah, you need to make something out of probably wood and glue or screw that down, and then screw the
Yeah.
pickup to the body.
If you want, send me an email and I'll try to get you a price on figure out how much thickness you need. And if you really, really want to have wood jammed under there, we can probably help you out with that. Make you a little, half-inch piece. Well, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's something that you want to do, yeah.
I wasn't laughing at that. It
Oh,
sounds,
but yeah, rock out, man.
yeah. Chris sounds like the fun police. Yes, I am the fun police.
Fun police.
Totally the fun police. No, I've done the
Fuck you,
face.
fun
I've
thing.
done the face dance thing, and all that does is make you broke.
Yeah, but you get a face dance.
But that's all you get, and you're broke.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you go to the Crazy Horse 2, they'll make you. I don't. Never mind.
The name of the strip club in Vegas Vacation is Areolas.
When I worked at Soldier of Fortune, we had the Soldier of Fortune convention in Vegas every year, and that was before I met Mrs. Texas Toast, and we would get face dances all the time from
Mhm.
that Crazy
You
Horse
get a
2.
face dance? Have fun. I'll give you money.
I
for
don't
it.
care if you get a, but I just want to say that
Okay.
we horsed around a lot at Crazy Horse 2.
I think it's a lot more fun to take a date to a strip bar.
You get more attention when a girl's with you.
I'm not telling everyone you're my date at the strip joint.
Yeah, not a female date or a date of your preference
Mm.
than it is to go with a bunch of
Yeah.
dudes or something like that. I have more fun doing that.
I'm gonna open
No,
this
you won't
beer
hear
that I
my
just-
car story, Ian. Oh, in your opinion, what's the least sexy part of building?
Ooh, sanding.
I love seeing
You're the only person in the world who loves sanding. Is the least sexy, I think. What do you think the least sexy thing
Yeah, I'd
is?
probably agree that it's the least sexy. It's certainly not dangerous.
Unfortunately, it's the thing you have to do quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
oh, or inlay. But sanding, I don't think
I think
it's sexy.
sanding's the most tedious thing.
Yep.
It's okay, but Mhm.
Face dancers need your business.
Chris will be the reason their kids go to a bad college.
Yeah.
I hope their kids get to go to
They-
college.
Some of those girls are working their way through high school and
They're
they
in medical-
really need a
they're
few
in
dollars.
medical
Uh-huh.
school.
Some are. I don't know.
They're making a hell of a lot more money.
You know what I
Yeah.
want to know? Again, so my day job, are none of those girls who are like going to college and pole dancing, none of them want to be meteorologists? There are no super hot chicks in the National Weather Service.
You're in Boulder.
Just saying, yeah. Anyway,
I don't think it's the
Mhm.
building. I think it's the.
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't it be
Yeah.
funny if somebody from the National Weather Service was like super bored right now, like they probably are, watching this video,
in
going,
the-
"Hey, I'm hot. What? Or whatever they say.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's
I think
next?
everybody's drinking as much as we are because these comments are just
That's awesome because I'm not drinking hardly enough.
uh-huh. Yeah. Sanding wouldn't be so bad if you were sanding a supermodel with a soapy sponge.
Was that Steve?
Gonzo 59.
Maybe
who
that's Steve.
said that.
So-
So yeah, I agree. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What's next?
I think that's all the questions that we have right now. Do you have anything you want to add? We're closing in on the hour mark.
Okay.
So,
Well, so I hope you guys liked this. Did you guys have fun watching
I had a great
this
time.
thing? You look like you had.
Yeah.
You got put to work like right away. Read the questions, bitch.
Yeah, and it's just far enough away that I can't quite see it, so I keep leaning forward, like, yeah, because here to like, there is my good zone, and
And
it's 3 inches past that. So
And you're the fun police all of a sudden.
yeah, I love that album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
Styx
fun
Fun Police.
police.
Yeah,
Da-na-na-na in
Oh,
my
I thought
head.
about the guy from Club Dread.
F that Coors. Yep, there you go. Yep,
Well, what should I be drinking?
I don't know.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this format, and it's something that we want to do a lot more times. Because I have fun, and I think I have more fun just making everybody else around me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Because there's no fucking way I could like jaw jack and do
Mhm.
bullshit jive and then read stuff. I kind of
Yeah.
kept thinking like there was going to be audio that I could hear.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
having to
Yeah.
kind of go.
Yeah.
It's the Matt Show.
Yeah,
And yeah.
yeah.
So coming up, we'll probably do one more of these before NAMM.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll do one at NAMM. Maybe, but probably not. But we'll
We
probably
could do one from like the hotel room, or
Yeah.
not the hotel, but like the hotel
hotel
lounge.
bar. Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, that place has a cool bar.
Are we at the same
Music,
hotel as
yeah.
we were last year? Did they
Yeah.
they had a fine bar? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So-
I like. First of all, Gonzo 59 says, "Have you ever built an active guitar?"
Yeah.
Yes. And when can we hear these guitars you built?
Okay, let's talk about that. That's a goal for 2019.
Yeah.
Is we always start strong
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to videos, but we rarely finish strong with like, here's us playing it. Mostly because no one wants to fucking hear us playing it. But we have
He's good.
here's Matt playing.
Not by himself.
blink.
Yeah.
But we have a bunch of dudes. We have Jeff LaQuatra, Bart
Mhm.
McCrory, Brett Hagen, just to name 3 who are awesome players who anytime they come over, they'll be happy to play that shit. We just need to like, here, put this, play this guitar. So a goal for this year is to always have, every video that we do have a video of the guitar in
Mhm.
action. Now, we're going to start with the Yngwie refinish because it bears repeating that it's going
Mhm.
to sound badass, and we want everyone to hear how badass it does indeed
Mhm.
sound. So coming up in 2019, we'll have a bunch more of these live chat videos because I think they're fun, and we're gonna try to have a lot more of guitars that we've built on the videos. You get to hear them, and
Mhm.
we'll play them through the Mesa Boogie. We won't
Mhm.
play them through the PV shop amp
Yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah. So it
And
only,
if you're a Patreon member, there's lots of stuff on Patreon that I post
Mhm.
that is not on regular YouTube. And there's quite a bit of live guitar, well, not live, but guitar recording going on Patreon. I don't know why I don't put it on YouTube
Mhm.
regular, but I don't.
so we're 53 minutes in, 54 minutes in,
Mhm.
and I just realized we're a mirror image. Everything is backwards.
You look exactly like me.
Mm-hmm.
Here, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure that
We'll
out
figure
for
that out
next
next
time.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say to Ken McKay Guitars,
Hey, Ken.
send us an email about your dead head sander. I think Matt saw it, but I don't think right now is. I don't think we have time to answer a question on that.
Yeah, we do.
We
We don't? What is it? Come on. We can have
Okay,
one.
sure. Yeah, hit us up, Ken McKay Guitars.
Oh, there wasn't a question. It was just, hey, can I ask you? He was
Oh,
asking.
so somebody said, yeah, not mirrored here. So maybe it's only reversed for you. Looks okay on our end. Okay, good.
Oh, neat.
All right.
Oh, it's on their screen.
Cool.
All right, good.
So here's a question for everybody that you can send them out later on, whatever. Put in the comment section below. What do you want to see on these things? Because I don't know what the fuck people want to see. I'm pretty sure no one wants to just listen to me yammer on about beer and face dances
Yeah. You can only talk about that 2 or 3 more times before it gets old.
and weenie rolling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So whatever you guys want to like, come up with some stuff that you want to actually see or hear or talk about, and we'll schedule those things so we can, actually get to it. So we could do one on compound radiuses. We could do one on finishes. We could do one on tone wood.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what everybody wants to see.
All right. So Ken says, quick, my dead head is sticky. How much pressure to start belt torque?
Ours is we have a immediate start. I guess I'm not following.
I wonder if his belt is slipping.
Yeah,
Maybe?
you do on your
Ours is-
drive wheel. Do you have? Is it slick or is it? Send me a picture too, Ken, to texastoastmatt@gmail.com. If your drive wheel doesn't have any sort of adhesion, that might be one of the problems. Ours is super old, and our drive wheel is it's hard rubber, and it might as well be steel. It's
But it's like a tire. It's got
Yeah.
some tread and stuff like that. And then the tension on the wheel is preset with a spring.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight.
One of the
It
things
pulls it pretty tight.
One of the things that I definitely want to do, and Sergeant Bishop is going to help me with this year, is we're going to make a deadhead sander out of a Harbor Freight 6x36. Ooh, more beer. 6x36. We're going to make a couple deadhead sanders out of those, and because people have asked me like, well, hey, where do I get an Acme 4-inch edge sander
from 54.
Yeah, beats me.
Oh,
So,
giving
yeah,
them away
so let's-
downtown.
So let's make a deadhead sander that everybody can make and is easy to build.
Yeah.
So that's something that we're gonna do this year.
All right, cool.
What else is going on? I could do this all night.
Yeah, I know you
Mm-hmm.
could. What's the deal with the moderns we keep seeing?
Like this one?
Yeah,
What about them? They're super fucking cool.
yeah. So we made
Moderns are
2.
awesome. And one of them was supposed to be mine, and Jim bought one from me right out from under
Mhm.
me, and it's actually out in the paint booth right now, getting paint because I want to. Jim, if you're watching, and I don't think you are because you're way busier than me, I want to have that guitar for Jim when we go out to visit him. I don't know if it's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'd like to think it will,
I-
but we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me read some questions, Chris. Hey, Chris, what's the deal with what about the salty responses, monkey fun stuff? Is that
Mhm.
Ian?
No, Ian is Ian.
What about the
Although it
salty
could be
response?
monkey
Wait,
fun stuff.
salty
You could've started
responses
with that
like we
one.
just responded to something salty?
No, I think he was talking about salty responses to salty questions.
Oh, yeah, I think
Or
that would
salty
be
responses to stupid questions.
I
think that
really
would
is
be
what
fun.
It is.
a chat on
Yeah.
making a pattern for a body and neck. Rodney, actually, there's a couple videos on that. Deadheads. I don't know what that means. You're talking about like the Grateful Dead guys or the Sanders? Where's the beer? Here's mine.
Mm-hmm.
Some outdoor live action footage would be cool. Oh, like hatchet throwing, a failed guitar body. Okay. So I hacked up a body on YouTube once, and I got all kinds of shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you could have saved that body, and they sounded exactly like that too. You could have added a thing, and then you could have done this. Yeah, I could have, but I also could have cut it in half and started over and not worried about it.
And it was way more fun to cut it in half than it was to spend
Tell
as
you,
much
buddy.
time.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
fighting me the whole way.
fiddle fuck. It was.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah,
It
it was.
deserved to die.
It was a mess. Yeah, it's okay to end projects.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ever done a B bender on a daily driver? No, we haven't, but I would like to do a B bender on a daily.
There have been
driver.
several people that have asked us to do that, and we say if you supply the B bender,
Yep.
we'll be happy to do it. Or actually, if you just tell us which one you want. And so far, nobody's followed through because I think everybody thinks they're really cool until you see the price of them, and then you're like,
Yeah, how much is a B bender?
I think they're like $250 for the kit,
just for
It's-
the B bender, and then
Yeah,
and then the installation got to hog that all out.
And then
Yeah,
you got to buy, and then you got to buy a template for it and all this other stuff too. So
Yeah.
it's probably
Yeah.
a $300 or $350.
the nice thing is that once you
deal.
get jigged up to do it, you could do it.
Then we could put bee benders on everything.
Everything's
Try
bee
and stop us
bending.
from putting them on. Yeah.
What color will you do the Moderns? The Modern behind me is actually done. It's actually getting shipped off to the owner because he wants to do all the paintwork himself. So it just needs to be sanded a little bit more, and then it'll get sanded. The one that we're doing for Jim is going to be classic. That I guess vintage amber.
Yeah.
Whatever they were in, I almost said 58, but whatever they were in 82. The classic kind of yellowy color. But if you want a Modern, if you Iron Chef, if you want a Modern, I bet you that's Alton Brown. That would be so cool. If you want a Modern with hot pink, then you let me know. We'll do it. Whatever color you want. And a Floyd. Totally. Laminated necks, yay or nay? Totally yay. Most of our necks are 2-piece laminate necks. Does that count? I love laminate necks. They're awesome. And finding 12-quarter wood that is dry enough is tricky. So we usually start with 8-quarter and glue it together. So we have vertical grain necks and a nice center line. And yeah, totally dig that stuff. Have you guys ever done an open pour natural finish? Yeah. In fact, the very first run of guitars that I ever made as Texas Toast, and Chris was part of that, were all oil finish and no hard finish. Is that what you mean when you say open pour? Oh, no. I bet you what he means is the Daily Driver finish. Like this. Who is that? Here's an open pour Daily Driver. See, in the light, you can actually see there. It's rough. It's not
rough.
Well, it's not rough, but it's not like a piece of glass either. See on the back. This is our durable thin skin finish, and it's on a Daily Driver.
Is that the McIntyre Murphy model?
This is not the McIntyre Murphy signature model. That is a story for another day.
Do you still have any of the Mosrites? Yes.
Yeah, we do. But they're going fast actually because someone sent us a neck.
A couple of them. More beloved jet pin router action.
Oh, who's that?
Yes, of course, always.
I like your style, whoever you are, because the beloved pin router is
Tiger, Panther, Fox.
Tiger, Pants on Fire.
No. All right.
That's why I don't play. What else? We done?
What's the sheen on that Daily Driver neck?
It's a shiny fretboard
because it's
with a satin back and this is, like I said, it's our durable thin skin finish on the body. But this has a roasted bird's eye maple, and it looked like shit with a satin finish, so we did it shiny. This is available too. This guitar is for sale. It's got a P90, and it's got a little 59, and it's got our whole shot bridge with the super hot rod thing. It's got the Dan Armstrong 2 strap buttons. Does this have a TBX tone control too?
I believe it does.
It's got all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah, we should
all
have
the hot stuff.
It's the hot setup. You could be cool.
Yep. How much?
For you, my friend. This is what, $12.50?
Sure.
For this guitar? Shipped to you, $12.50. Provided you live in the continental United States.
All right. I think that might be it, dude.
Maxed out. Okay, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to our very first live chat. And I hope you liked it as much as I liked it, and twice as much as Chris liked it. And thank you for everybody who stuck around. We had a bunch of technical difficulties. Hopefully we won't have that in the future. So if you like this kind of stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, just what the fuck are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. If you want to check us out on Patreon, we absolutely welcome everybody who comes and joins us on Patreon, and that totally helps us out a bunch. If you can't do that, we totally understand. And even if you can, share this video as many places. There's a bunch of new shit coming in, dude.
Well, it's a bunch of thank yous. And
cool.
When is the next one?
When is the next one? The next one is going to be before NAMM. I want to do one before
Like
the
Sunday
NAMM
before?
show.
Yeah.
Let's do the Sunday before NAMM. I'll we'll schedule an event, and it'll be the Sunday before NAMM. We'll talk primarily about NAMM show and compound radiuses and polyester finishes and stainless steel frets and NAMM.
We'll solve everything all in one, and then we'll never have to do another.
Well, these are fun. What do you think of this? Are you having fun?
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
I know you
Would it be
are.
more fun if we? What if we had cake?
Yeah.
Cupcakes.
Yeah. Or mixed grill.
Was that like a McRib?
No, that'd be us answering questions, eating meat.
All the meats, mixed grill.
Yeah.
Oh, mixed grill, not McGrill.
No,
mixed
grill.
grill.
All the meats
Yeah.
on the barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, just
Let's do that. So the Sunday before NAMM, we're gonna have another one of these, and please join us for that one. Thanks for everybody who. How many people watched? 72. That's pretty good.
Made it up to
80. All right, that's not bad for our first one, right?
cool.
Bring in some face dancers. Oh, Chris, if we ever have a booth at the NAMM show, we're going to be kicked out immediately because it's just going to be, I got 2 words for you. Strippers and glitter cannons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many words that is, but
At least 3, possibly
It's
4.
it's so fucking funny.
Depends on if glitter cannon
It wouldn't
is
even-
a word.
We wouldn't even have to have guitars. Just show up with a bunch of glitter cannons, a big entourage, and
Mhm.
At CC
And face
DeVille
dancers.
and face dance. God, that'd be
There's talk
awesome.
of a parade on the way
Yes.
to the booth from
Yes.
the loading dock to our location.
And just glitter everywhere.
Glitter, yeah, a boombox on a wagon.
Yep.
Strippers, and yeah.
Who said? Robert's like weenie roller.
Weenie roller.
Happy New Year to you too, Ian. Bringing some face dance. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. It's really
That was
cool.
fun.
I had no idea what to expect, and it actually came down to I had no idea if this was even gonna fucking work. So you guys are totally cool, and you make it happen. And thank you so much for get that shit. Hey, weenie
Sorry, I was
roller. So thanks for everybody for watching and doing all that shit too. Not you though.
That's hilarious.
All right.
All right, everybody. Have a great, have a happy New Year and stay safe and drive drunk and take chances. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do any of that shit. You guys need a weenie roller mascot. What would the weenie roller mascot's name be? We'll work on that for next time.
Kip Weenie.
Kip
Kip
Weenie. All right, everybody. It's Sunday night, and Mrs. Texas Toast is ready to go to bed. You know what that means? Doesn't mean that.
Yeah. All right.
Take
See
care,
ya.
everybody.
Yes.